The weather is cold outside here on a Michigan afternoon. It's Monday afternoon. Happy President's Day to everybody that's out there. We are taking a little time out of our day to have our Sunday, but now Monday meeting like we always do each week. So if you're watching this at a later time, welcome. I'm glad that you're here. My name is David Worrell. Welcome to this beautiful trading community where we like to gather and commute at least 2 times a week in our Discord or on the weather is cold.
Let me get rid of this guy
here on a Michigan.
Who the hell is this talking?
Yuck. It's Monday. I give you a platform, a way to trade, a way to do. I guess what I'm trying to say is here. Everybody does something a little different. I am a technical swing trader. I find the technical analysis to be very, very appealing to me. And then I'll dive in deep into the financials if need to be. But other than that, I skim them and we look for trend and base breakouts. So what's going on, guys? Troy Wiseman in here. Echo. Yeah, I know, man. I think that's something I do each and every single time. What's up, JP? Good to see you. No E Sosa, yo. What's up, Jimmy Bright, B Stewie, and Zamora? It's good to see you guys in here. We already got 9 of you in here. You know, I didn't even bring up a poll. We don't even have a poll up here. What is going on with me? I'm a little slow today, apparently. Let me go ahead and bring up a poll. We got to ask the right question, and I think I asked it on the last one, but I think it's necessary. Let me see if I can't get the dang channel up. Oh well, we're gonna keep on keeping on. Let me get this portion up really quick. We're gonna be starting the YouTube show in about 5 minutes, guys. Welcome. Just everybody pile on in, grab your coffee or your energy drink if you're feeling ultimately thirsty. And we're gonna have an awesome show. Of course, we're gonna go through the Fed rate decision. There has been some number changes with the Fed rate, but of course we have that watch list. I've been working here for the past hour with JP, with Zamora, with B Stewie. We've been just hanging out, chatting, running through the scanners, and getting some really cool tickers to set in front of you. So I hope you guys are all ready for all that. And in the meantime, what I would like to do is bring up the polls here and ask you guys a simple little question. Let's see here. What should we ask? So this is what I think is great is if we look at the S&P 500, so this is what we're going to ask. If we look at the S&P 500, you can see the regression lines and that we're above all moving averages. Right here, we are at 609.90. The question is going to be, will we continue higher or are we going to have a pullback here? Now, of course, nobody really knows, but I think it's always fun because 90% of the time, our chat gets it right. I asked about the $100 or $100,000 area for Bitcoin, and we came out trading sideways. What is Bitcoin doing? It's trading sideways. Every time we ask about the S&P 500 or where something is going to land in earnings, the majority is right during the session, during the questionnaire. So I think it's pretty amazing. So my question for you, squad, is will the SPY or the S&P 500 continue higher? And that is the real question. Yes, higher bull market, baby, or no, lower, time for pullback, or add other option. Oh, we just got another one. Some dude. Thank you so much for your subscription. We do appreciate you. And of course, join our Discord where our community gets together each and every Wednesday for a Discord meeting. We also like to put that on there just for you. We record it, but you can be a part of the community for free. Everything's for free, baby. Let's do it. That chin, though. There we go. All right, so I just started the poll. The question is, do we break out above this 609 or are we going to pull back again? And now, of course, I'm not naive, but I'm always an optimist when it comes to the overall market. When we are at an area, we need to conclude, are we going to continue higher and have that bull run continue, or do we hold back? Do we pull back for another leg, another new higher low. Well, I see 3 here, and I'm ready for it to rip, tater, chip. I'd love to see, you know, what is going to happen. Now we know we have that extended hours trading, so I can do /ES in my broker, and I can see right now where we are trading, and I'll just give you guys a little peeky gander right now of where we are at. So the ES hasn't done anything fun. You can see right here, we're just trading right here, 61.43. So we're still right at those highs, right at those ranges at the very top there in the overall market. So things are still looking good, and we still have plenty of time to see what is going to happen with the S&P 500. But my question for you is, will the S&P 500 continue higher tomorrow morning? And already 83% of you said it's going to continue higher, and 17% said that chin though. Yeah, I know. It's a heavy weight that I must carry, but I will carry it. Today, guys, we have Michael Taylor in here. What's going on? Good to see you. What is going on? Erica K's in the building. Erica K's out here still holding up my Netflix trade. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, yeah. She's got the kicks. She's holding it up. If you guys remember, I played this trend breakout after the retest. I missed the trend breakout. It came back. It retested this area, so I decided to play it. And I'm still holding a full share size. And I'll probably be exiting a little bit of this position if it goes any higher than this. I'm expecting a pullback, but we'll see. But yeah, Erica K in the building, ladies and gentlemen. It's good to see you, Erica. You're look at these kicks. Just kicking it. Kick it. Kick it, girl. Yeah, smash that like button, B2. Says. So, guys, we are going to get this party started. Thank you, everybody, for being here. We already got 14 in the room. I hope we get 14 more. Regardless, you are here to better yourself and to get yourself looking at the right stocks before the week starts. Let's do this, baby. All right, we always like to start the show by just getting it out of the side. I try to keep it fun, I try to keep it live, but interest rates, we need to always make sure we understand what the overall market is implying, what the foreseeable future says about interest rates, because as long as we are looking to lower interest rates, the market tends to like to put their money in more speculative assets like stocks. So we like to take a peeky gander. So let's take a look at the interest rates. Papa Powell. Interest rates with Jerome Powell.
Oh, yeah.
All right, here we are, guys. We have the CME Fed Group tool. This is a very easy thing to look at. And if you guys remember, I was calling out all of the ticker, not the tickers, but I was calling out all of the rates. I would say, you know, no, we're expected to stay, or no, we're expected to come down 1/4 of a point, or, well, it's not magic. I'm just using this, and you can use it too. It's cmegroup.com. You'll find the interest rate section in here, and you can see each month is labeled at the top. Right here, we're looking at March. So the next Fed rate meeting for a decision on the rates is going to be right here on March 19th, 2025, okay? So that is in a little over a month from right now. And you can see we don't expect to lower interest rates. Okay, there is a 97.5% chance that we will have a rate stay and we will keep it at the current target price. Now in May 7th, this is what starts to get interesting, because there wasn't much of a interest in a 1/4 of a rate cut or anything. And we're starting to see some of it show up in May. This is what I found really cool. So in June, it's actually bumped up now, where we have a chance of actually coming down 1/4 of a rate point in June, which is slightly higher than what it was last week. And in July, you can see we are a higher of a percentage than actually at a rate stay. So we have a possibility now in June to actually cut 1/4 of a percent, But in July, it looks like we will be cutting 0.25%. Now, if we go all the way out here to December, you can see we're most likely to only see that quarter of a rate cut right now. So only one cut this year, and so it's going to be somewhere between June and July, it seems like. Now, that could change with different, data that comes in, but, Jerome Powell has been pretty straightforward with what he has to say about all that. So I think he's going to stick to it, and I think this CME Fed tool has been a great tool in our back pocket. So that is the interest rates with Jerome Powell.
Interest rates with Jerome Powell.
Oh, yeah.
All right, next up, I think we need to talk about the elephants that are in the room, and that is using Earning Whisperer. We want to see what we have coming up. Now, when I look at this, I just like to look. I like to glance, and it's the ones that pull my eye. Those are the brands that I know. Now, I know Etsy, I know Wix, Fiverr. Let's see here. The Cheesecake Factory, Toast. I know that's been a big one. Carvana is going to be a big one for sure. I don't know, you guys seeing anything on here that you like? Let's see, Unity will be a good one. Rivian. I know that Zamora was talking about Rivian earlier today. Baba. Now, Baba, that is going to be one hell of a juicy trade right then and there for sure. Dan Bob says David's mom was a chinchilla, but what was his dad? A chimpanzee, probably. So yeah, when we look at all these guys, we got a lot. It's earnings season, baby. Okay, it's earnings season. Now, the best has already came, but still a lot of these can change the dynamics, change the direction of the overall market. So just keep that in mind that we still have earnings season upon us. And there are some big ones, especially with China being in focus right now. So definitely keep that in mind. I did see INOD, Joseph. What's going on? It's good to see you in here, man, for sure. Okay, so that is the Earning Whisperer. You can see we have plenty to come up. Now, one thing, I will go through quite a few of these stocks, but always remember, guys, we're constantly talking about stocks. We have an awesome community. We have a Facebook group. If you click on the link tree in the comment section, B. Stewie will post it. You can see I got my YouTubes on here. We have our Discord. You can join our Discord by clicking this. If you want to use this awesome charting platform, see how clean everything is? I can even teach you how to set it up so it looks this clean. You can use my link. Right here's the TradingView link. Of course, I have Instagram, TikTok, and here's our Facebook group, our lovely Facebook group where we have plenty of information about a lot of different trades, strategies, sayings, disciplinary rules, and posts where sector trackers, a little bit of everything in here, guys. So I highly suggest checking that out. And of course, if you haven't already, hit me with a like. And if you haven't already, smash that subscribe button for me, guys. I would greatly appreciate it. And don't forget, we got a free trading school right here. It's all free, guys. Everything's for free. All right, so holla at your boy. All right, so we're going to get right into some of the tickers that I went through on the free scanner that we give you guys to go through. And we're going to look at some of the stocks. Now, of course, if you guys have a stock that you want me to look up, just throw it in the chat. We'll go through the chat once I'm done, and we will 100% get to the ticker that you would like to talk about. Now, of course, since I already have Netflix up here, we're going to talk about Netflix. It's a leader. What can you do about this trade? Right now, nothing. It's already taken off. We're up over $1,000. We're extended from the 10-day moving average. I'm probably going to be taking some profits soon. I think it's important to. But aside from that, you can't play this thing until it sets back up again. It really needs to set back up again. All right, so that's what we're waiting for. I see you guys smashing that love. I appreciate you. I'm going to send some right back at you. It makes me feel the best. I appreciate you. And if you're just joining us, vote on the poll. We got 8 votes and 15 of you watching, so make sure you vote on that poll. Give me a hello if you would be so kind. All right, so Netflix, you can't do anything with it, but it's definitely a leader in this market. Let me go to my other list here. We'll start from the bottom. Now, of course, HIMS. You're going to find a common denominator right now. There's not a lot that are setting up. There's a lot that has already set up and has taken off. Okay, so that's what makes me look at the S&P 500 and think to myself, okay, I can understand if we do pull back, if we do kind of rest a little bit, or if not, where is the rotation going to go? And, I know some of us do have, an inclination that it might go into healthcare, or some of us think that, the tech stocks are going to start taking back off again. Who knows at this point? But what I will tell you this is there are a lot of leaders like HIMS that are extended on the daily time frame that could continue to get extended on the daily time frame. But what you can do in this area is absolutely nothing, in my opinion, unless you're trying to day trade, which I do not. I'm not good at day trading. I never have been, and I'm sick of involuntarily spending the money to try and get better at day trading. I'm done day trading. So with that being said, I got to sit back, relax, and wait for this leader, HIMS, to reset back up. I'll tell you what, it's a big learner of mine seeing this cup with no handle break out from a trend that was below a 50-day moving average. So I definitely took this off my leaderboards list a little too early, but hey, I'll be the first one to learn from it. We have CORT. Now, this is a therapeutic stock. There's been a couple of therapeutic stocks on here. There's been a couple of healthcare stocks on here, which they're slowly starting to bleed their way back into my leaderboards list. But just keep in mind, I think those have more of an inherent risk. Dan Bob says RFK Jr. may dampen rotation into healthcare. Yeah, I can agree with that. There's still, there's still that speculative factor that he has with, I'm sure that's why like MindMed, NMD's moving, Mind Biotech's moving, because all those psychedelic and weed, he's all tied to all of that natural stuff. And so, yeah, I could see it holding it back because instead of, people, it's throwing some uncertainty in there as well. So we have Dave. Now you guys know I took Dave. I played Dave on a base breakout, retesting base breakout. It's starting to work out now, but there's nothing you could do with this stock. Kava, on the other hand, this is why I write best case scenarios, because this was my best case scenario on Kava, and Kava just pulled back to its 50. So Kava's not ready. It might create new higher lows here. It might turn out to be a decent trade in the future. But right now, I can't trade this. It's not working out how I anticipated it or how I wanted to see the cup with handle trade out. I am in RBRK currently. It's retesting that breakout area. I'm just hands off of it right now. I'm going to use this 21-day moving average as my guide to whether or not I want to continue to hold this stock or not. So we'll see. This CDNA is my healthcare. And, I just keep watching this because I'm seeing EPS growth. I'm seeing sales growth here. This is in the health technology medical supply. It doesn't really look like it's doing anything too crazy. What I like about it is if you zoom out here, you can see we get this, these few legs higher, 1, 2 legs higher, and now we have new higher lows on a tightening range. So we have this base here, we have a trend here, and if it breaks out higher, I think it can get some legs. So I have my alerts on CDNA, especially because if the healthcare in XLV wants to continue higher, then we will see CDNA also start to take off higher. But right now, healthcare is starting to pull back from not only that 200-day moving average, but also that area of resistance. So we'll see if it wants to create a new higher low and if CDNA will still be in the right area to play that trending breakout. We also have AXGN, and at first glance, when I look at something like this, it's like, man, it's holding the 50-day moving average, But, I want to see this thing get much tighter before I play it. So here's the basing breakout at 19. It still could work out. But when I see a flush like this, I want to see a quick flush and a quick snap up. So like an undercut and rally, they call them. I don't like seeing like this kind of pullback. Just kind of give out this area of support. Just kind of give it all back. And then it bounces off the 50. It is trending higher. You got to give it that. If we pull a line just off of this, you can see it's just trending higher. It's real simple, and it could continue higher. Not a huge fan. Just watching AXGN. We're going to see what it has to do. But I will say this. One thing you have to notice on this is the EPS and the sales growth. And when you scroll down here, you can see their earnings growth has been very fruitful lately, quarterly and annually. So that's definitely going to be something that's going to help pull this thing much, much higher. Surgical Solutions. You want me to remove the hat? Here you go. Show you all my white hairs. It almost looks like I'm balding right here, but I promise you that's white hair. Yeah, vote on the poll, baby. Vote on the poll, baby. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're just joining me, baby, welcome to the show. My name is David Worrell. We are swing traders, and we are going through the leader watch list. That's what we got to do, baby, and that's what we are doing. GEO. You might think, why has this guy got so much energy? It's probably because at 8 o'clock I drank one of these Red Bulls, and it's about to give me some wings, baby. So GEO, we're just keeping an eye on this thing. This is what I consider a broken chart as well. We have this beautiful basing breakout. We called this basing breakout. We talked about it. It was perfect. It broke through. It did it on volume. It came back. It retested that breakout, and it continued higher. And then it just pulled back and didn't stop. And that's why we always pay ourselves into strength. So that way, if it fizzles back out to our buy-in area, we are break even on the last half or last quarter or last 3 quarters, however you play your stock. So I'm just kind of letting this thing kind of sit here to see, if it shapes back up, but in, all in due time. Now this TSSI I like, and that actually, we talked about this yesterday during the ticker talk, if you guys remember that. Wow, yeah, thanks, Neil. We talked about this in ticker talk yesterday. This is cool. This is cool. I like it. And I just want to see it get tighter, right? Like if we do best case scenario, 2-3 more days, right? Then this thing's getting ready to rip, tater, chip. Beautiful uptrend. I like it. RS rating of 99. And we have some earnings here. Let's take a little peek. So this is the comprehensive services for the planning, design, development, and maintaining of mission-critical facilities and informational infrastructure, as well as integration services. It operates through the facilities and system integration services small business segments. So it plays a role in the technology services and information technology services. So we'll see how well that does. To me, it's getting a little wide here. I want to see it get tighter. FNMA. Now this is Fannie Mae. I don't know if you guys know about Fannie Mae or not, but there's some stipulations on Fannie Mae. This thing was a penny stock for a while. I was actually watching this, and I was actually playing. I actually played some of this move back when I would actually play penny stocks. But here's the thing, guys. I'm just keeping an eye on this stock. I really like this base top right here. I really do. You know what? There, I deleted it. We're done looking at that. It's a piece of shit. We also have AS. So now B. Stewie and I, we were talking about this, and this is one of those stocks, guys. So pay attention. If you're sleeping, if I lost you here, pay attention here, because I think AS is one of those stocks that has the ability to really crank higher. And that's because, first of all, it's a newer IPO. Okay, because this thing just came out February of 2024, so it's only been out for a year. Okay, its RS rating is 98, and it's above all of its moving averages. This is the first time since August of last year that the stock broke its 21-day moving average. Okay, it touched its 50 and it rallied up higher. Now, The question is, does it break out from this area here? Because it's now created a trend with 3 new higher lows, okay? Now, can we get 3 new lower highs? So if this can get tight within this next 3 or 4 days, I think AS might be the trade because it's got everything we need. It's got everything we need. It's got earnings. It's a newer IPO, so there's nothing overhead. That's what I love about it. There's no resistance overhead of the stock. This is what you see right here is what you got, guys. There's nothing overhead. If this stock starts to break out again, who knows where this thing can take us? It's also a fast mover too, as it moves 4.1%. So maybe not the fastest mover, but it's a faster mover than usual. We got 10 votes on the poll right now. 90% of you say yes, higher bull market, baby. Let's go. 10% say that chin though. Goodness gracious. You know, I should never cover this thing with a beard. Okay, so AS is looking good. We also have NET. Now, I'm just pointing out that NET is a leader in this market. There's nothing I can do with NET right now. It is starting to form this base. So I just want to put this up and set an alert really quick on that because it's got this base that it's starting to form. If it breaks that basing area, of course, I'd want the 10 and 21-day moving averages to catch up. That would be great. I'd love to see it, but we'll see if it actually does it. BSTG's got some proving to do. Google is getting ready to get taken off of my leaders lists because it's a broken chart now. This thing broke through its 50-day moving average. I really like this base. I love everything about this ascending trend and this cup and handle. Loved everything about it, but you know, just like earnings will ruin everything. I promise you guys that. Of course, APP, I'm still holding APP. We bought APP all the way down at 346. It's trading at 510 right now. You know, $510. You heard it here right. I bought this at 346 and it's now trading at $510. And that's just one of many, many trades here at David Worrell that we take because we like to focus on leaders, finding tight risks so that way we can use more of our capital, stick more eggs in one basket and watch that basket real carefully, okay? And APP, you know, this is just another beautiful trade along with, you know, Netflix, along with Reddit even, you know, even on this last half of Reddit. If you guys remember, we played this basing breakout. It looks just like APP, and you can see it breaks out, and we get out half right here. We made over 4.76 R, and then you can see as it's pulling back here, I'm still holding on to this last half. I have no reason to sell it. My stop is at break even. Bada bing, bada boom, you'll be making money soon. You know, I'm not even worried about this last half, guys. If it stops me out for break even, that's all. I've already made my money on this stock. So if it wants to continue higher and continue higher, then I'll keep on keeping on. I'll let it keep playing. But right now, this last half that I'm holding, I could care less. It could go back down and I'll break even on this trade, or it'll create another new higher low and it'll take off and continue higher. So we'll see what happens there. Now, before I get into my last grouping, I just want to first of all say thank you to everybody that's watching. If it wasn't for you guys, who the hell would I be talking to? Myself? My wife is sick of hearing me talk about stocks, so thank you for being a part of this, community. If you haven't already, hit that like, hit that subscribe button if I'm bringing you any form of entertainment. I hope you guys like the new Ticker Talks. We're kind of doing a podcast type of ticker talking where we go through the watch list. We talk about leaders, more speculative stocks and news. I think it's fun. I hope you guys like it. If you guys don't, you know, just let me know in the comments kind of what you do and what you don't like out of this channel. But regardless, thank you guys for being here. I have another segment I'd like to bring up. And, you know, we do everything in this general chat in our Discord. And we get a lot of people that are doing this charting in here. And, you know, my boy in here, Beefy Stew, baby, Beefy Stew. So we're going to do the new Beef Stew segment. We're going to go through a couple of his charts, a couple of other charts that have been posted in our general chat that at first glance I just really liked. And I think we need to take a peeky gander.
Oh, I see you over there. You got problems? We've got the beef.
Yeah, I like that, Dan Bob. Reddit is still in an uptrend despite the pullback. That shows you, what happens when you hold leaders. They continue to lead even in their pullbacks like that. And Reddit had good numbers. They had good numbers and everything. That's why we don't trust earnings unless you're at least up, for me personally, at least up that 10%. So yeah, I think that's a really good point, Dan Bob, is that Reddit, even despite its huge pullback, it's still in a beautiful uptrend. We're going to start this off with one of Beef Stewie's trades here. Let's take a little peeky gander. So right here, RCAT. So he did a nice long dedicated information about RCAT. But first and foremost, I was actually kind of doing like a little interview with Beef Stewie this morning. We had an awesome time this morning. I spent like 2 hours just chatting with him, going over, different trade rules and, what he looks for. Just see where he's at on his journey. And you can see RCAT here. He said it's a 12.17 ADR, and he threw anchored VWAP in 2 spots. Down here, previous earnings and all-time high. And you can see it lands on this point of control, the POC. A lot of people that use that volume profile use what's called the point of control, or the POC. And it's just the area where the most volume has been traded at that price. And you can see we're right at a breakout area. So let me just re-implement this. So if we go to RCAT and we look at a daily time frame, what he's looking at is something like this, where we see a trend down and we see a trend going up like this. And we also can pull a volume profile from over here to here, so you guys can understand where that point of control is. And you can see it's right here. I don't want to put this right here. Let me see if I can do. Of course, it's going to be right in my way, and I'm not going to switch that around right now. But you can see where the point of control is. That's what he was trying to show you there. And let me get rid of this now. It says no. So your point of control is right here. And then if you pull your anchored VWAPs, one from all-time high, and you pull one from previous earnings right here, you will find, well, actually where I got these, B. Stewie, but you're probably pulling it from previous. Okay, yeah, so you're right at that area. So with the point of control and with the anchored VWAPs, you'll see that you're right at an area that is what a lot of people consider a pivot, or an area that is going to either break higher or break lower at this point in time. I still think this can get tighter, obviously, but like he pointed out, it moves very, very fast. 12 point whatever ADR, anything above that 10% is a rip your face off kind of stock. So keep an eye on RCAT, because it is, after expansion, is contracting, and after contraction, we know what happens next. It expands again. So the question is, which way will it expand? The best thing to do is find proper risk management in this trade, because it is a rip your face off kind of stock. So be careful with that. Sosa Oxy. I thought we went over Oxy. We must have did it before the open. But so when we look at Oxy, like a lot of people are looking at energy stocks. If you look at Oxy just is constantly pulling back here. So I don't really care for Oxy. But let's bring back up the chat here. So I think RCAT was a good one to go over, B. Stewie. I'm glad you brought that up, because I wouldn't normally bring that up. The financials are absolute dog crap, you know what I mean, with RCAT. But when we look at this on a technical, look here, it's very speculative, and it might be something, really worth kind of looking deeper into. Let's go over a few more things. Oh, I love this. I'm switching that picture, B. Stewie, to this right here. I love it. Absolutely love it. Oh, this was a good one by Dan Bob here. I absolutely love this. We were talking 2 days ago about stages. And this is definitely one that everybody needs to visualize. Now, we use the Stan Weinstein stage analysis here. And it's important to use stage analysis to kind of understand in general where the market is headed. So stage 1 is just where it's trading sideways. Stage 2 is when it has a confirmed uptrend with 3 new higher lows. And you can see this is Abercrombie and Fitch. We followed this and made a lot of money on this stage 2 uptrend. And then we have a stage 3 where it's either in an accumulation phase or a distribution phase. In this specific scenario, it's obviously in a distribution phase, as these new higher lows and these new lower highs came into a contraction point and then headed lower. So whether you were playing this, whether you wanted this to go higher or lower, you have tight risk here, and you could have played this either way. Now, because it broke this area, the stage 3 area's low, it's now in a confirmed stage 4 downtrend, in my opinion, and I don't think this is going to come back except for to run into those bag holders, and it continues to sell off. So I thought that was a beautiful and very clean chart that you put out there, Daniel, so very well done. Let's see. Yeah, B. Stewie put out this on Bitcoin. I took a trade on Bitcoin as well using MSTR. So yeah, we got some of those in there. Let me get one more. He posted a ton of charts. Just so many dang charts. Oh yeah, so this is from yesterday, ALK. I think, did we go over ALK yesterday? Let me go back a little bit further. We went over ALK yesterday, I remember right. Oh yeah, IoT. I definitely have that on the list. MNMD. Absolutely. Okay, so here we go. So here, this is where he was posting quite a few in here. SEMR, LB, yeah, LB. So this one I found really interesting. So LB, he's putting on here, you can see a cup, what looks to be like a handle, but a failed handle. But now it's at a very, very tight area. Very, very tight area, and it could go either way from here. So let's take a little look at LB as well. So if we look at LB, this is the tightening range that he's talking about. Its RS rating's at 98. The thing is, this thing isn't really showing that it's, you know, making any kind of money. So it's pretty speculative, but you can see that it's a very tight range and it's a newer IPO. So as long as it can break above this $84 area, this has a clean way to head higher. Well, let's see what this is. Land Bridge Company LLC engages in the ownership of land that is used for energy development and production. It holds ownership in project areas in the Delaware Subbasin in the prolific Permian Basin, which is the active region for oil and natural gas exploration and development in the United States. Okay, so they're only buying up development areas for energy. Very interesting, very specific niche, that's for sure. But yeah, LB is looking good. Definitely one that you might want to keep on your watch list. I think I'm going to throw an alert really quick on LB. Earnings is coming out on the 5th of next month as well. So keep that in mind. All right. Yes. Please don't forget to hit that like button. Thank you, B. Stewie. I appreciate that. Yeah, so you guys are talking about Rivian in the chat. We can talk about Rivian. How about let me go over just a few more of these stocks, and we can go over some of your shit tickers that you're bringing up really quick. So we have SE. SE has that beautiful cup with handle. It looks like it's still continuing to work out. It's looking really, really good. Of course, Bros, rip tater chip. This is what leaders do, people. This is why we try to get a hold of the leaders early and hold on to them, so that way we can hold on to them for these bigger moves. That way we can hold on through earnings if we get a nice lead. Same thing with Hood. I mean, what are you going to do with these stocks? You can't do nothing up here right now. If you do something up here, you're gambling. 100% pure gamble. I don't give a shit what you got to say. If you're buying these things extended, it's never going to end well. It's never going to end well if you're constantly just buying something that's extended from its moving averages. It's not going to end well, I promise. Here's HWM. This is the leader in aerospace. I really like it. It's really pushing up on this area. Now, of course, anytime it's got up into this area, it has been a short, but not for long, because it holds its 50-day moving average as well. So keep that in mind. RDW, I'm actually in this stock. Definitely not very happy. I'm not going to give this much time because I kind of got into the stock and then started doing some better digging and realized I'm not in the most financially sound stock, so I don't care for the stock. This is Redwire. I don't even care what they do or anything. Knowing that I'm in this aerospace defense stock and it's not looking nearly as good as HWM, it's definitely, I'm questioning, like, why did I get in? I understand the basing breakout. I think it was because I just wanted to be a part of an aerospace technology stock. But, you know, I want to be in an aerospace defense stock that I can trust. And, you know, not that you can really trust any stock, but when the financials are this yucky, it makes me want to get into something else. So the RDW will probably be my quick cut. Just say, hey, you know, I messed up on this trade. I got a good price. I'm happy. You know, I'm happy that I only took quarter share size, but there's better things out there. And, you know, when you have small purchasing power, you know, you want to maximize it at the most. And right now I've got my money in everything. So if I can get rid of RDW and put more of it into one of my other stocks, I'm probably going to do that. What's up, Annaliz Godoy? What's going on? You say KULR. We can go over that too as well. I just wanted to touch on, guys, CYBR is a leader, Meta is a leader, Wix is a leader. We've been talking about these. Well, I guess Wix is at a point of control here, and Root's a leader. We've been talking about these leaders for weeks, and I want to constantly point it out because we're going to start looking at some of your more speculative stocks right now. We're going to go over Rivian. We're going to go over KULR. We can go over whatever the hell you want. But I want you guys to know there's a reason why I look at these leaders. And I have a whole nother list of leaders too right here. And I could go over leaders all day, every day, set alerts with you guys and focus on leaders. But I know we like to look at these more speculative stocks. And we can and we will right now. But just remember, I love trading the leaders because I feel comfortable trading those leaders. And I feel like I came from a more speculative background when it came to small caps, then mid caps, and then starting to zoom out and playing more larger mega caps to leaders in that type of way, just kind of zooming out further and further. So with that being said, just be careful when you're playing these. I mean, we played NNE, you know, and we played it all the way down here when it was 750. This is where we played NNE, people, all the way down here. Let me see if I can't get this thing to move for me. Look at this. This is where we played NNE. You know, this was very speculative, but it was a newer IPO with no overhead resistance. Bada bing, bada boom. We made a ton of money from 750 and sold all the way out up here in the 27s. You know, so I'm all about speculative stocks, but the thing is, you have to make sure you get proper risk reward there, guys. You have to get proper risk reward before you start playing some of these more speculative stocks. So let's go ahead and see what we got in the chat. So Rivian. So we can talk about Rivian here. Just like we can talk about Oxy, you know, but you have to understand where they're at right now. They're on a huge downtrend. Right now, Rivian's getting a little of attention, and like I was talking to Zamora after this, or before we actually opened up the show, it's got 3 new higher lows, and it's above a 200-day moving average. So that is your positive sign here that it's got something going on. You got 1, 2, and this could possibly be the 3rd new higher low. If it is, that means Rivian could start a new trend higher. But what I will just let you guys know is that, you know, when we look at Rivian, they're still not making money. They're still not making money. It looks like they're trying to turn things around, but then again, it doesn't, you know. I understand that they got a vehicle out right now, but when you really look at it, Tesla is going to be your leader. Tesla is your leader in this area, okay? So if you want to play Rivian, R-I-V-N, you're more than welcome to, as long as you understand what you're playing with. This is Rivian. This is the real side of Rivian. Every time it goes up, it comes back down. This just recently has it gone up and came down and didn't come down nearly as far. Okay. So I see what you guys see in Rivian. I definitely do. You got new higher lows, and then all of a sudden you get this little pop right here, and it gets everybody excited and gives them the tickles that they might be able to grab a hold of something that's going to head much, much higher. And you know what? This thing might. It really might. It's just not for me because, you know, I want to see higher sales growth, and I'm not seeing much of any sales growth right now. So we'll see. We'll see what happens here. RS rating of 76. Give it some more time. You know, if you guys start getting in now, you know, maybe when we find a base breakout, I'll get in a couple dollars higher, and then we all can make some money. You know what I mean? All right, let's see what else we got. Sony. So what is Sony? S-O-N? S-O-N-Y? Let's take a look at Sony. All right, N-O-N, no E. So he's talking about Sony. It's got an RS rating of 89, but you can see the EPS and sales growth are down. Look at over time too, even most recently, they're taking a big hit. You know, they're a big boat of a company. That's another thing too, is when you look at these old companies, you got to realize, you know, they're probably huge and they're probably very slow movers. And this thing is a very, very slow mover. This thing moves about as slow as Amazon or an ETF. It moves 1.4%. So you're not going to make a lot of money on this stock when you're playing this stock. Now, I can see why, you know, it's kind of exciting. You got this cup, you got a handle, and it is starting to break out. So, you know, that might be a great time to get in Sony, especially because zooming out, it looks like they're nearing those all-time highs and it's trending up. So you have multiple, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 new higher lows, 5 new higher lows in this thing. It's obviously in a clear uptrend here, and it's looking like it's starting to break out. So yeah, it's looking good. Financially, you know, it could be better. It could be better. You're not seeing 25% growth quarterly over quarterly or, you know, year over year, but, you know, it's still looking good. KULR, since you have waited so patiently. So KULR, when we look at this right off the get, yeah, I do like this trend. We were just talking about this actually before the show when KULR actually set up this beautiful trend break and just ripped to the north side. You know, went up a couple hundred, what is this, 250%? Let me see, 339%. This thing skyrocketed up to, like, that's nuts. And in per my rules, if I would have followed them to the T, I would have been out at 150%, capturing at least half of that move, which is amazing, you know, to do in like 3 or 4 days. But now it looks like KULR is just kind of huddling around this 50-day moving average. And after this huge bout of expansion, I can see it has contracted very much so. So is it ready to go? Well, excuse me. We have this low. We have a new higher low and a new higher low. So we have our 3 new higher lows. We have to see if it's going to break out and if it's going to do it on volume. And I think that's really what we're waiting for. So this isn't something that you want to buy and just hold on to. It's definitely a buy, set your stop, and then pray it goes higher. All right. We're going to end our poll really quick, guys. We're going to end the poll. So make sure you vote. I'm going to end it here in like 3 seconds, but I'm just curious because we have nobody voting that we're going to pull back. Yeah, nobody has voted that we're going to. All right, we're going to end it, guys. All right, so 92% of you, which is crazy for me to think, 92% of you, 91% said, yes, higher bull market, baby. We are going to continue to head higher. 8% said that chin, though, and 0% said no lower time for pullback, so no pulling back. KULR is trending sideways. Yeah, it really is just trending sideways, which is a good sign in this situation, you know, because it's actually holding these new higher lows. So it is trending sideways. If you condense this information like this, yeah, you can just tell. Like, it's getting tighter. You see how tight it got before it broke out here? Now it's starting to get tight again. If we can get another inside day before it takes off, I mean, that would be very, very cool for the speculative account. Now, I'll do this for the 1K account challenge. I'm going to bring my alert all the way down here, and we'll see what happens with it. And I want to check the ES really quick just to see kind of where we're trading. So we're almost back to the top of those ranges now. So here's the ES, and you guys can see down here on the daily, we closed right at those highs, and you can see right now we are trading right at those highs again, those new all-time highs in the pre-market for the ES, or the futures, the S&P 500 futures. You can see we're trading right back up at those highs. So I'm very interested. I'm very excited for tomorrow. I'm very excited to wake up and roll over and, see where the S&P 500 is trading. And, I know you guys are excited about it too. And that's why we're here. That's why we have this community. And if you like that, if you get excited about the market, if you love everything in the stock market, you're in the right place. You got an awesome community here. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe. Join our Discord community. Lock Dr. Fell, double bottom with a higher low. Are you talking about with KULR? I'm assuming you're talking about. Yeah, I can see the double bottom with a higher low. Absolutely. That's a great way to put it. So Locke is talking about this being the double bottom, even though this structure fell a little bit lower. He's talking about this being a double bottom. Here's your double bottom. And right here is your higher low. And that is a beautiful sign that's showing that this double bottom is showing true. It's retesting and bouncing off of it. And I personally would like to see one more new higher low to show 3 new higher lows before breaking this trend and quite possibly heading higher. Now, of course, this could break this area. If it breaks this area here, that is a bad sign for me. So after it breaks this area here, I wouldn't want to be even watching the stock any further, and I would just let it do its thing. But yeah, double bottom, new higher low. If we can get another new higher low, that would be 3 new higher lows for me, and that would be my trend breakout. And I'll do the 1K account. I'll use that account to actually play this challenge. So I have the alert set, and we'll play that in the 1K account challenge because it's pennies, it's fun, and it'll be a good time. But in the big boy account, I won't be playing anything like this. This is not something, no bueno for the big boy account. I'm not going to be speculating like that with this. The big boy account will only be getting, your Netflix, and trading them like that. Okay, guys, so I got just a few more minutes. I'm saying 15 minutes max. If you guys want, throw your tickers up in the chat. I'll go over as many as I possibly can while I'm here. I am pretty long-winded. Let me wet my whistle, and then we'll go over TEM. And if that's the last one, then I'm out of here. Peace. But we'll see. Now that's some good water. Let's see. Let's go to TEM. Yeah, TEM, Tempest AI. Let's read about Tempest AI. Holy cow, what was I drawing on here? All right, so Tempest AI is technology service or packaged software. If you guys weren't aware of that already, packaged software, especially cybersecurity, has been doing very, very well right now. Not to toot my own horn or anything, but I have been telling everybody since the AI theme that I think the next theme to kick off is going to be cybersecurity, because what are you going to do? What's going to happen with AI? It's going to make breaking in so much damn easier, So TEMP is obviously doing well, just being a packaged technology and software, but it does look like they have quarterly and annually earnings. They don't look like the best though. Let's read. Oh, it's a healthcare technology company, which is interesting because that's not in their main description. In their main description here, it says technology services packaged software, but I'm sure it's going to be an app for the company or something. So healthcare technology company, which engages in bringing artificial intelligence and machine learning to healthcare. It focuses on building platforms for oncology, neuropsychiatry, cardiology, infectious disease, and radiology. The company was founded by Eric Paul Laflowski in August of 2015, and it's in Chicago, Illinois. So I like everything about that. I also like that you could play this in a dual kind of pickup where you're playing technology services, packaged software, and health technology. So this is TEM. I wonder how fast this thing moves, though. Let's just double check on TEM. So TEM moves 11.7%. This is a rip your face off, get the hell out of my way kind of stock. So just keep in mind, guys, if you're going to play something like this, first of all, it's extended. Okay, so like I said, you know, a lot of these cups are not giving us handles in this market. It's just kind of like a runaway bull market. But what I would like to see is a retest. So best case scenario, this comes back down and retest this area and then starts to take off once again. So that's best case scenario. Is that going to happen on TEM? Probably not, but we will see. I am going to create an alert of at or below that exact area. So if it does touch, maybe I can get in some, but right now it's just so extended from that 10-day moving average. Like I said, I can't do anything with it, but very nice call out there. Who the hell was that? Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for our chat. Where the hell are you guys at? There you are. No E, or nice call. That's a good call out. I like TEM. Very speculative. Very speculative. Not something I really want to play in on my big boy account, but definitely something that might be interesting in a more risk adverse. I'm just trying to find the how many shares are traded in the volume and stuff here. Okay, yeah, so plenty. Average volume over 13 million. So this thing's very well traded as well. Okay, so let's go over OB for Dan Bob. So OB, we've kind of talked about OB and stuff. I don't like the chart only because of it breaking down here. It's creating a new higher low. This is its first new higher low. So I'm not saying that this can't work, but when we look at this, this is our lowest point. So technically, this is our newest, highest, new higher low. Okay, so I see this trend, and then it breaks through this trend and creates a new higher low here. But this would be its first new higher low, and I would want to see something like this to create another new higher low before I'd really like it. But now I know that you guys like to pull, you know, your anchored VWAPs and your points of control, and you can see the anchored VWAP from all-time high, it's just below that, and anchored VWAP from all-time low will go off of earnings. It's being supported by that. So you're getting this, what they call like a pinch in anchored VWAP land. It's where the upper band and the lower band kind of meet, and they're squeezing it tighter together. And so this might be a great area. You also have in your anchored volume profile, you'll be able to see, whoops, let me try that one more time. You'll be able to see here your point of control. You have 2 points here, one right where it's sitting at 675 and one just above it at 717. So you do have some overhead resistance above you. But like I said, if it can create that new higher low and get above this area of control and then come back down and retest it, then you're looking at a new, you know, basing breakout or a new trending breakout. But regardless, this isn't necessarily for me. I feel like it's a broken stock, but it's going to have need more time to prove itself. But definitely, I know you've been keeping a close eye on OB. I'm sure there's more reasons than what I just brought up. But it's looking good. It looks like they're really working on their financials too. It looks like they're trying to grow. But yeah, there's a lot going on here. And I think I would just have to give it more time. That's all for me. But I know you've been watching this thing, and I understand why. You know, I understand why. No E says TEM rocket emoji. We could throw one on there. I mean, I'm not gonna be shy about it. We could throw a cute little, you know, rocket emoji on that biscuit. I'm, you know, here we go. We'll throw the Elon Musk rocket emoji on there. How about that? You like it? I hope you like it. It's just for you. This is you, No E. This is you right here. This is you, brother. Yepers. Okay, let's go over BB. So this is Dan Bob's trade here, which I thought was pretty freaking cool. So this here is a basing breakout. And what I like about BB is it created new higher lows following a 10-day moving average. It gets very, very clean right here. And you can see it breaks out higher. And now look, now you got a runaway stock extended from a 10-day moving average. I'm very confident that Dan Bob has taken at least the majority of his shares off, whether it's half or more, and now he's just going to hold on to the stock until it closes below the 10-day moving average, or whatever he may do. Regardless, I'm sure he's protecting his profits. He's already sold some into strength, and if he hasn't already moved up to break even, he's using a moving average or a trailing stop at some point or aspect so that way he can protect his trade. So BB's looking good, but now where it's at, there's nothing you can do up here, guys. Nothing you can do with BB. If you want to get in it, you got to wait for it to set up again. Me personally, I'm hands off of BB. I'm looking for the new hot chick, not the last cigar puff. But this is definitely, I'm not taking anything from the trade when I say that. This is a nice trade. This is a nice trade, people. You can't, if you could just take trades like this and, wrap on 33% from time to time, so hear me out. Hedge funds have a hard time beating the S&P 500. It has an average increase of 11%. If you're taking a 25% of your investments and you're putting it in here and you're making 33% on those investments, you are going to make a killing by the end of the year. You're going to beat the S&P 500 if you can land, 10 of these trades. You're going to be killing it. And from there, you just size up. It's fractal, Sold 60% of my shares and holding the rest. Absolutely, Dan Bob. I knew you would be. Very, very good. We got a few more popping in here. We also got, No E says he's got TEM at 48. Very nice. I like it. B Stewie says PL. Yeah, I think we talked about PL. So Planet Labs. The only thing I don't like right now is this daily wick is now, as wide as its previous range. So that's the only thing I don't like about this. And it looks like it had some news, probably because of somebody else's earnings, looks like. But let's see, what day was this? The 14th, February 14th. Yeah, no, I don't know. But I just think that we need to see it tightening up again, right? So we're here. Let's let it get a little tighter. Because if not, then you got to risk off of this, which is quite a bit for this stock, isn't it? Let's see. So right now, its range yesterday was 12.61. 12.61, and the stock moves 9.5%. So we really, really want it to not trade that wide right now. I like the previous basing breakout, but yeah, right now, this could end up getting tight by the end of the week, but I think, after if it only moves 9%, but in one day it moved over 12%, you got to give it time to tighten back up. It's too wide, it's too loose. I'm worried that that's just going to chop me out, But I definitely do have it on the watch list, so I'm going to keep an eye on that one. Let's see if we got anything else in here, guys. IBG, let's take a peek. So, who put IBG? No E, no. No. Absolutely not. Love you, No E, but I know you looked at this thing and you were like, I probably shouldn't send this, but I'm going to send it anyway. All right, here, you know what? This is what I'm going to do, though. I'm going to tickle your fancy. Let's just not look at any of this back here in the stock and just forget that it doesn't have any type of earnings or anything like that. If we're looking at this subjectively, I can see where you're coming from, right? Because you have this basing here. You have a new base and a new base. So you're thinking 3 new higher lows, and this thing could get going. But I just don't like where this came from. I don't like that there's a reason why it's a penny stock. There's a reason why that this is just a penny stock, that nobody wants the stock. And it's just because it's just not doing well. It's not selling, it's not doing well. It doesn't have, sales growth. It doesn't have EPS growth. It's just not doing well. So it's definitely not one I want to give too much time or attention to. B Stewie says BE. Yes, BE. So Bloomberg Energy. So I just want everybody to be aware right now. Energy, which is XLE, okay? Energy sector is not doing well. It's below a 200-day moving average. It's been trading sideways for freaking forever now, okay? So just keep that in mind. Energy, for as much attention as energy is getting, it's not doing that well. At least traditional energy is not. You know, nuclear, if we looked at nuclear and stuff like that, that might be a different story. But if you look at traditional energy, it's not doing that well. So when we look at Bloomberg Energy Corporation for electrical products, you can see they have, you know, they're making money, they're doing their thing, they have growth. This is not in a hot sector, but this looks like a stock that's getting ready to break out. What I don't like is this, though. I do not like this. This makes it look like a broken stock to me. But what I will say, though, even though it pulled back and stopped everybody out at these lows, it created new higher lows. And you can see right here, and right here. What does this say? Let me see what this says. What I don't like, but take this away and looking better. Yeah, absolutely. And last time this got brought up, this is what I don't like right here. If you take this away, this looks like it's getting ready to prime. It's like prime breakout right here, right where it's at 25.50, you know? So if this was in a hot sector right now, you know, I would be looking at this. I got the volume profile all the way over here. Very interesting to see that. I wonder if I delete this, we'll put another volume profile just on this. Let's throw some indicators on here, shall we? Let's use Bloomberg Energy. We'll throw some indicators on here, and we'll see a little bit deeper insight. So we know the trend breaks here. We know we have a basing area breakout right here. You can see because it's hit multiple times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. We're here at the 11th time, making new higher lows here. And then if we throw an anchored VWAP, let's say at previous all-time highs, I almost don't want to use that. You can see we're just above that. And if we use the anchored VWAP from all-time low, which I don't want to use that, let's use this. You can see we're right here above all anchored VWAP areas. And now if we put up the point of control, which guys, you don't have to do all of this. I'm just doing this to entertain you. And I know what a lot of you guys like to use. Me personally, I just like using price action and my moving averages as a guide. But you can do all this stuff to help get you a better understanding. And look where the point of control is. See where the point of control is? We're above all anchored VWAP. We're above the point of control. And if it continues to rip, tater, chip, you guys are going to see a beautiful push higher in BE. So I think what I'll do is I'll set my alert on this too, because I like it. I like it. Now there's one issue that I can see here though, guys. On the 27th, so in 10 days, this has earnings. So I'm going to stay out of it. I'm not going to mess with this thing. In 10 days, it has earnings. Earnings ruins everything. Wah, wah, wah. That's the way it is, you know. Let's see what else we got. RCL, Yosef, my man. Yosef doing an awesome job with all the charting in the building. Yeah, so I like RCL. This is also Royal Caribbean. It's actually showing that it's got EPS and sales growth, which is really nice. These guys were having a really rough period for some time. But now, we have this beautiful uptrend, Royal Caribbean. What's cool is I didn't even realize this. This RCL is blue skies in this area. And now that it created this new pop right here, look at this trending breakout area. If it gets above that, that's definitely a stock that we want to be a part of. Let me go ahead and mark my, let's go to RCL. So let's see how fast this moves. So it only moves 3.2%. So that's kind of the bummer. When I put my money into a stock, especially if I'm going to spend $263 per share, I want my money to move fast in this stock. And moving 3.2% is just too slow for me. Now, what I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to mark this so when it breaks this area, I can at least stick with it and pay attention to it. But right now, I want to use the amount that I have. I want to use it to make more money as fast as I possibly can. So I think that's a great find on RCL. I really like this trending breakout that it looks like it's going to happen. I like the earnings. The annual and the quarterly earnings are looking pretty damn good. So yeah, I think you found yourself a nice, tasty stock and possibly a leader in the cruises, actually. So I think RCL. Sorry, guys. I think RCL is leading that. So, all right. Let's see. Oh, not BGI. Okay, so BGI, not IBG. Okay, good. No. You're doing it wrong, right? So BGI, not IBG. Sorry, was BGI. So this one's worse. Look at that. All right, so the first thing you want to do is look at a 200-day moving average. It's below a 200-day moving average and is making fresh new all-time lows. Like, this is worse than worse. And I think you're B2, I get it wrong. No, you guys are doing this shit on purpose, aren't you? I hate you guys. You're trying to give me a heart attack. I'm gonna be up all night. Like, only kidding, but yeah, guys. So I had an awesome time tonight. I hope you guys did too. Make sure you send this link to your mama so she doesn't miss a damn thing. I hope you guys had an awesome time with me tonight. Make sure if you haven't already, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Join our Discord if you haven't already. All you need is an open mind and a heart of gold. Thank you to everybody that showed up tonight. We have an awesome squad, an awesome community, and I am just so grateful to be a part of it. We are holding leaders. We will continue to hold leaders, and we will continue to do the damn thing. We will see you guys on Wednesday. Nothing but love. I hope you guys enjoyed it because I sure as hell did. We'll see you guys on Wednesday. Peace. Love ya. Oh, yeah, baby. We had a good show tonight. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you, Jimmy Bright, for being so damn supportive. Appreciate you being to every one of these meetings. Yosef, thank you so much for being so active in the chat. Zamora, thank you so much for chatting with me tonight. We got a good hour session in a chatting, and I love it. I love being able to chat with you guys before the show, after the show, and throughout the day. See you, No E. Thank you. I appreciate you, No E, for really putting in that hard work, that dedication, what it really takes to get better each and every day. So congratulations. B. Stewie, thank you so much for moderating for me tonight, brother, and for being my day one, my homie. I appreciate you. Loke Dr. Fell, thank you for joining us. And I like you pointing out the things that I'm not pointing out, like the double bottom to the new higher low. It's exactly what we like to find and follow so we can all better understand our technical analysis. So thank you for stopping in, and I hope we've earned your subscription, good sir. Let's see. Anales Godoy, thank you so much for stopping in and for being a part of this. And of course, Troy Wiseman has always been popping in here. He's been very dedicated to this channel, and I really appreciate that, brother. Thank you so much for that. And Erica K, if you're still with us, Michael Saylor, thank you so much. And JP, my man, my jiu-jitsu brethren. I hope you guys all have an amazing night. Thank you so much for being with me and for being a huge, huge part of this. We'll see you guys on Wednesday. Love you. Bye.